Nothing happens suddenly. Your body warned you first, quietly. Let's get right into it. Number 1. The normalization trap. Some warnings don't arrive as pain, they arrive as things you've already normalized. Grinding your teeth at night, waking up with tight shoulders, a stiff lower back with no clear cause. Nothing hurts yet, so you don't panic. And that's exactly why you ignore it. You tell yourself it's posture, age, stress, sleeping wrong. But these aren't random habits. They're early warning signals. When emotions stay trapped, stress you swallow, anger you suppress, fear you never release, your brain doesn't forget them. It reroutes them into your body. Your muscles tighten on purpose, not because something is happening, but because your nervous system thinks something might. This is called protective contraction. The tension stays dull, low grade, easy to dismiss, but what your body is really saying is, I don't feel safe enough to relax. And because it only whispers, you keep ignoring it, until one day, your body stops whispering and starts screaming. That's when tension turns into chronic pain. Number 2, the lag time trap. There's one warning that really scares people because it feels sudden. Your hair starts falling out. Not a few strands, but in clumps. On your brush, in the shower, on the floor. You panic. You think it's damage, hormones, shampoo, genetics. But nothing changed. This isn't weak hair, this is telogen effluvium. After months of stress, your body floods itself with cortisol. And then, quietly, it pulls the switch. Up to 70% of your hair follicles are pushed into rest mode. All at once. Not because something is wrong, but because your body is reprioritizing. It stops investing in growth and shifts everything toward survival. Just like animals shedding fur before danger, your body hits reset. The hair falls out now. But the decision was made months ago. That's the sneaky part. Your body warned you back then. Number 3, the midnight debt trap. Warning that hides in your sleep. You don't wake up from noise or fear or a bad dream. You wake up alert. It's always the same window. 3, 4 in the morning. Your body feels awake, but your mind feels tired. You try to fall back asleep. It doesn't work. This isn't random. At that hour, your body is supposed to be quiet. Blood sugar steady, cortisol low, everything slowing down. But when your system has been running on stress all day, it crashes at night. Blood sugar drops too fast. Your liver scrambles to fix it. Your adrenal glands jump in. And they do it the only way they know how. They release cortisol, not to wake you up, but to keep you alive. The problem is timing. Cortisol is meant for mornings, for movement, for action. When it spikes at 3 a.m., your body jolts you awake. This isn't insomnia, it's compensation. Your body is borrowing energy from the night to survive the day, and every time it does, your sleep breaks a little more. That's the warning. Not that you can't sleep, but that your system is exhausted and running on emergency mode. Number 4, the masking trap. It sounds paradoxical, but it's real. You don't get sick when life is stressful. You get sick when it finally slows down. You push through the week, deadlines, pressure, no breaks. And somehow your body holds it together. Then the weekend comes, or a vacation. You finally relax. And suddenly, a runny nose, a sore throat, a low fever. You think, perfect timing. But this isn't bad luck. This is called leisure sickness. Under constant stress, your body releases cortisol to keep you functioning. Cortisol suppresses inflammation. It mutes symptoms. It keeps you moving. Not because you're healthy, but because you need to survive. Your immune system doesn't get stronger during stress. It gets pushed down. Then the pressure drops, cortisol falls, the mask comes off, and everything your body was holding back shows up at once. Viruses that were already there, infections that never fully cleared. So your body didn't fail you. It covered for you. That almost sick feeling that never ends. That's not weakness. That's your immune system whispering, I'll keep this quiet until you stop ignoring me. Number 5, the compensation trap. And then there's a craving that doesn't feel emotional. It feels urgent, not hunger, not appetite. A sudden, almost aggressive need, salt or sugar, right now. You tell yourself it's a sweet tooth or bad self-control. But this isn't about taste. This is chemistry. When your body is under long-term stress, it burns through energy faster than it can replace it. Blood sugar drops. Electrolytes fall. So your brain pulls an emergency move. It demands the fastest fix. Sugar for instant fuel, salt to keep blood pressure up. This isn't craving, it's compensation. Your body isn't asking for a treat, it's asking for backup. And here's the sneaky part. The craving always hits at specific times. Late at night, after a long day, when you finally stop moving, that's when your system runs out of reserves. So it doesn't whisper, it yells. Not because you're addicted, but because your body is very tired. Number 6, the bunker trap. There's the weight that makes no sense. You eat cleaner, you train harder, you do everything right, but your stomach won't move. Not your arms, not your legs, just your belly. You blame calories, carbs, discipline. But this isn't a math problem. This is your body misreading the environment. When stress stays high for too long, your body thinks it's living in a famine, a survival scenario. So cortisol takes over like an emergency manager. It doesn't ask, can we look lean? It asks, what do we need to survive? And the answer is storage. Fat around the belly isn't random, it's strategic. Close to vital organs, easy to access, like stacking supplies in the safest room of the house. And this isn't stubborn fat, it's bunker fat. Your body isn't resisting you. It's protecting you from a storm it thinks is still coming. So every time you push harder, it grips tighter. Because from your body's point of view, letting go now would be reckless. Number 7, the second brain trap. Here's one of the sneakiest warnings your body sends, because most people don't recognize it as a warning at all. Your gut, the bloating, the tight knot, the sudden butterflies, even when nothing is happening. You assume it's food, dairy, gluten, timing. So you try to fix your diet. But sometimes the signal has nothing to do with what you ate. It has everything to do with what your body expects. Your gut isn't just for digestion. It's your second brain. It's directly wired to your nervous system, and it reacts to stress faster than conscious thought. When your brain senses danger, real or imagined, your body flips into survival mode. Fight or flight. And digestion is the first system to shut down. Because your body thinks, why waste energy digesting when we might need to run? So your stomach tightens, your gut slows, gas builds, everything feels off. That nervous feeling in your belly? That's not just emotion, that's a warning. It's your body telling you, I've been in alert mode for too long. Your gut isn't confused. It's doing exactly what it was designed to do, respond to a danger that never leaves. Number 8, the overload trap, brain fog. You lose focus. Forget simple things. Walk into a room and forget why. Your mind goes blank in the middle of work, even after a full night of sleep. You call it laziness, lack of discipline, too much scrolling. But this isn't a character flaw, this is a signal. When stress stays high for too long, cortisol floods the brain. It disrupts energy use, it interferes with memory, it overwhelms your processing system. So your brain does something unexpected. It doesn't push harder, it pulls back, it limits information, it dulls awareness, it narrows your focus. Not because it's failing, but because it's protecting you from overload. Your brain isn't lazy, it's hitting the brakes. Because from its perspective, too much input right now would be dangerous. And that's the pattern behind all of this. So your body doesn't wait until it breaks to warn you. And because none of it feels like an emergency, you ignore it. Until it is. In conclusion, your body doesn't fail you without warning. It whispers long before it screams. If any of these signs felt uncomfortably familiar, comment "me" and share which one you've been ignoring. And if this helped you understand your body a little better, like the video and subscribe, because the next warning might be even sneakier.